Oh, really? Let's check this out.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and today we have a lot of Marvel news to go over, including a possible Jonathan Majors recasting, an update on the Fantastic Four and Marvel and Disney as a whole, and Shang-Chi 2. Shang-Chi 2 is supposed to come out before Avengers Secret Wars, just so everybody is aware. It's a project that'll be a part of Phase 6, and a lot of people were asking about it after I did my video the other day, updating people on the filming schedule. Well, Shang-Chi is not filming yet, however, we do have an exciting update. So let's break everything down, all this recent Marvel news in this video, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on
Want to know who's replacing Jonathan Majors?
Let's start off with the possible Kang recasting, and I have to say that I really like the idea of this new report, but I have an idea of my own that I think would make it super epic. According to Daniel RPK on one of his John David Washington is reportedly being considered the role of Kang in the MCU, meaning Marvel Studios basically is considering him as one of the possible recast choices.
He has a similar look to him.
To meet with him soon. Now, most people know John David Washington from Tenet.
Similar star power.
A lot of people also know that he is the son of Denzel Washington, an incredible actor that I'm sure most people know. Now, before we get into the future of Kang in the MCU, I just want to state that I would absolutely love to get John David Washington and Denzel Washington both in the MCU as a current or past version of Kang and a future version of
that'd
Kang.
be cool.
When the insiders started reporting that
Kang
actually would
be cool.
To be recast in the MCU.
Good idea, Wonder.
Rumors and speculations and basically fan cast started happening about Denzel Washington possibly coming in to play Kang in the MCU, stating he could play a future version of Kang, a more advanced, a more mature, a more dangerous version of Kang.
Could you imagine that much star power in it?
Really love
him and his son?
Washington came in and played a present version of
Both playing Kang?
Teamed up with his father in real life, but variant in the MCU. And these are the two new Kangs, and possibly maybe even one more, who threaten the entire multiverse. I think this would be super cool to see on screen, but I think it works story-wise because I would really like to see an older version of Kang, maybe the original Nathaniel Richards, aka Kang the Conqueror, played by Denzel Washington, and then a newer, younger version of Kang played by his son, John David Washington. This is basically what they did with the Council of Kangs. If you noticed, they had Rama Tut, they had the Scarlet Centurion, and they had a Mortis. Now, in the comics, all of these are kind of the same person, but clearly these are different variants. But Rama Tut seems to clearly be the oldest variant of Kang in that post-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp with the Council of Kangs. So we know they're going to have to essentially replace them. We're going to have to get a new Council of Kangs. So John David Washington could play maybe the Scarlet Centurion or Mortis, and Denzel Washington could play Rama Tut. Either way, it does sound like all the reports that we've gotten from insiders do state that Marvel Studios is indeed going to recast Kang and not go a different direction with another villain. So it sounds like Kang is here to stay, and John David Washington could be in the running to play our new King.
I'd be alright.
So let me know your thoughts about this possible casting choice in the comments down below. Would you like it? Would you not? And would you like to see him and his father in the MCU together? Now an update on the Fantastic
Four. What I've seen him in, he
According
seems to be
recent reports, they are rewriting
actor, though.
the
I don't
script.
know if he could
More rewrites in
pull
the
off
MCU.
the same emotion
this time
as
for the up-and-coming
Jonathan
Fantastic
Majors,
Four
but we'll
movie.
see.
According to Daniel RPK, the script is undergoing another rewrite with Academy Award nominated The Disaster Artist and The Fault in Our Stars writer Michael Weber and Scott Notstatter. These are the two new writers that have been brought on to work on the Josh Friedman version of the script for the Fantastic Four. They're working on this before the filming starts. Now, of course, this has some people concerned. Why are they rewriting the script? Was it bad before? Is the Fantastic Four in jeopardy of being a bad film? Well, fortunately for us, I don't think that's the case.
Most of the scripts have been bad recently.
To truly make it better. Let me explain. They're not rewriting it because it was bad before, but simply they could have had more ideas to make it even better than it was before. Plus, they have officially locked in the cast, according to Daniel RPK, and sometimes when the cast gets in there and they start reading before they go into production of the film, they could have different ideas for very certain things, and you play off the strengths of the cast that you work with, and you play off their vibes with the character and the vibes with the other characters as well. So perhaps with the certain cast that they have, they might feel like some things will work better now or not as well now, given the energy and the vibes that the cast are giving off with each other. And also, I must add, for those who are a little worried, Kevin Feige loves the Fantastic Four. This is his passion
So?
project. He's not going to let this project be bad. And we already know that he's
Yeah, right.
he's been with any other project in Phase 4 and Phase 5 recently. Especially now, since Bob Iger and Kevin Feige have gotten together and basically have decided that they are making some massive changes over at Disney and Marvel. Bob Iger has expressed that in the past,
So they say,
the Marvels, there's not been a lot of executive supervision on the sets and with the scripts, but that has changed now. It's been very apparent recently because Bob Iger has been very outspoken about this, that Disney is no longer going to release things that they do not believe are worth releasing. This is why all of those recent projects from 2024 got pushed back to 2025, like the Thunderbolts, Captain America, Brave New World, Daredevil, Born
I'm
Again,
hearing some bad stuff about Brave New World too.
Right now are undergoing rewrites, and some of them, the script has been completely rewritten altogether.
That's true.
Because they've decided
I hope to God
to put out something that's mediocre.
everything else is going to be good.
These films, they want them to be like the past. Really big events with a really great story. So kudos to Disney and Marvel Studios for deciding to do this, because I think this is what we all want. Better movies, better stories, even if we have to wait a little bit longer to see them. And last but not least, like I mentioned, we have an update on Shang-Chi 2. According to Alex P. from the Cosmic Circus, Shang-Chi 2 is being written right now. And no doubt that the movie is going to undergo the same, let's say, standard that all of these other recent movies are going through, meaning they're not going to write something bad, which is great news. Now, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings left us with Shang-Chi basically becoming a part of the Avengers, and Alex P. reported in the past that Katie is still going to be with Shang-Chi in the Avengers film. In this report, Alex P. also stated it'll be a bit of a while before we see him again, which leads me to believe that Shang-Chi 2 is not going to come until after Avengers 5, but it is widely believed that Shang-Chi, of course, is going to be a part of the new Avengers team. That would make sense, again, based off of what we know about the ending of Shang-Chi, the first film. In fact, Alex P. reported in the past that if the Avengers were to gather right now, the members would include Shang-Chi and Katie. The members that wouldn't really be included are the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. And for those who were asking about Doctor Strange 3 in my last video, haven't heard anything yet about the process beginning for the film, whether that's writing or pre-production, anything
Katie's
like that.
obnoxious ass can stay out of it.
Phase 6, though. It most likely will come after Avengers 5.
Bring back
just because
Wanda.
we know that filming for that is going to begin in 2024, and we haven't heard anything about when filming is going to begin for Doctor Strange 3, but Marvel Studios, of course, does have a plan to make that movie, and it's going to be a very important movie
good plan
into Avengers Secret Wars. And apparently the Avengers lose in Avengers 5 because Doctor Strange is not there. So that's all the Marvel news for today. Please let us know your thoughts about this in the comments down below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news. Also,
good job there, Wonder, bringing this news to us, sir. Get over there and subscribe to Wonder. Now, Shang-Chi 2, I could wait forever for, even though I, enjoyed the first one. I don't care if I get a second one with it. As far as all the other things being rewritten and stuff, hopefully, like all these things have been pushed back and canceled, and they're starting to be rewritten. Hopefully, this is such a... I got that last sliver of hope. You guys know that. So, John David Washington, though replacing Kang, we'll see if that will work. I know that's who a lot of people were saying right off the bat. They're like, if he can't do it, John David Washington. Like, that's like the fan casting, I think. So, we'll see what happens. But hopefully he can appeal and he's innocent, and then maybe he'll be hired back. We'll see. 10 million subscribers. Woo!